Hey, what is going on YouTube? It's your girl Kimmy Chemicals here for another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Army MOS-92M. So a 92 Mike is a mortuary affairs specialist. Their duties, responsibilities, and job description include searching areas for unburied dead, unmarked graves, personal effects, and identification media. They also advise commanders on mortuary affairs operations, process remains, record personal effects, and evacuate remains and personal effects to designated points, determines and records recovery locations on map sketches and overlays, establishes and records tentative identification, inventories and safeguards and evacuates personal effects, and finally assists in preparation, preservation, and shipment of remains. So let me just start off saying right now that this MOS is not for everyone. People who think about this MOS, they'll probably be like, why the heck would you even want to do this? Like, because most studies show that people with this MOS tend to have PTSD because of the high stress and the things that they see and do. But I don't care. It's something that looks interesting to me. So back to what I was saying. Okay, so when you enlist as a 92 Mike, you attend basic training and then AIT at Fort Lee, Virginia. You will receive training on topics such as fingerprinting, dental charting, and physical characteristics, including scars, tattoos, and etc. You'll learn how to process remains, prepare and ship remains and effects, how to fill out reports, how to search for unburied dead and unmarked graves, and so much more. Now, AIT, I heard for this MOS is 7 weeks. I'm not sure about that. And it's also stated that if you're active duty, you're going to get stationed at Fort Lee for your first duty station. And once you become sergeant, you can get shipped to Hawaii and work at the base over there, because that's one of the major bases over there. But I'm not sure. Okay, and continuing on, from my research, there are 5 skill levels for 92 mics. For skill level 1, you're basically, I think this is like the lowest, and then like you like keep leveling up. I guess I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's based on promotion, like you get promoted and then these are the tasks you're gonna get dealt with. I don't know. But for skill level 1, you're gonna be searching areas for unburied dead, hasty, isolated, or unmarked graves, personal effects and identification media. Disenters remains, records personal effects and evacuates remains and personal effects to designated points. Determine and record recovery locations on maps, sketches, and overlays. Establishes and records tentative identification, assists in preparation, preservation, and shipment of remains. Inventory, safeguards, and evacuate personal effects, and assist in mass casualty burials. For the next skill level, you're going to plan and supervise search and recovery operations of deceased personnel, personal effects, and identification media. You're going to instruct in special handling, marking, and shipping of contagious disease cases and processing of contaminated remains. You're also going to supervise receipt, storage, and issue of supplies and equipment. And then accompany remains and personal effects to designated locations and assist with arrangement for military honors at a place of burial. For skill level 3, you're going to perform duties shown in the previous skill when required. You're going to advise commanders and headquarters staff on mortuary affair activities and coordinate activities of subordinate units. You're going to establish and maintain liaison with support and combat units. And you're going to coordinate transportation requirements for diseased personnel. For skill level 4, you're going to perform duties shown at the preceding level and provide technical guidance to lower grade personnel. You're going to advise on temporary cemetery locations, emergency burials, and security and deposition of remains and personal effects. You're going to coordinate with non-U.S. service authorities, other service authorities, and civilian officials on mortuary affairs matters. You're also going to coordinate and advise on military burials and ceremonies, assist in review of mortuary service contracts. And you're going to advise summary court authorities on deposition of personal effects And finally, supervise mortuary affairs activities. And for the last skill level, you're going to supervise mortuary affairs activities, provide technical and administrative support on grave registration matters, acquisition of land for temporary cemeteries, equipment requirements for mortuaries, and recovery and evacuation procedures. So, in summary, the 92 mics, which is the Mortuary Affairs Specialist MOS, is a very important job in the Army. These folks process and handle the remains of deceased service members killed in combat or in major catastrophes. Why can't I say this word? Catastrophes. They ensure that deceased service members remain are processed and handled correctly and are shipped back home to be honored and buried. Like I said earlier, this MOS is not for everyone. So if you don't have the stomach for stuff like this, then you might want to choose something else. Um, yeah. So that's basically it. I'm I'm kind of in between this MOS and then I think it's the 92W, which is the water treatment specialist. I'm not sure, but I want to do either that one, this one, or the become an MP. The reason why I want to become an MP, I'll explain that in another video. But thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to give this a thumbs up. Comment if you have any questions. Like I said, I'm not an expert on this MOS at all. I'm not even in the military yet, but this is just based on my research. So do not quote me on any of this. And you can feel free to correct me if you want to. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.